Like and describe. I want to get straight to the point. Straight to the point. America does not deserve black people and all the things we do for this country. We give this country its swag, not them. Understand this. Kevin Samuels was speaking to a black audience. Passport bros are black men. And I'm going to say this. All these so-called anti-white feminist organizations, they were all started. They all used Kevin Samuels' talking points. They all use Kevin Samuels' talking points. They all use it. Kevin Samuels was addressing black women. Definitely black women. All of a sudden, white women started calling his station. Black women started a group for, I don't know what they call it, for black women or black sisters. And then white women became upset because they felt that they should have been invited. Everything we do, white people want to be invited in, but they don't deserve it. Because of racism and systemic racism, they don't deserve it. They have failed to pay reparations and failed to acknowledge us for the things that we do. Let me read something I wrote just a second ago. They are exploiters for some strange reason, feel entitled to everything we create and do because we're supposed to be stupid, so that makes it okay. What they fail to realize is the creator that is the intelligent person. The creator is the intelligent person. And the person who copies is the least intelligent. They think they have a patent by some divine right on whatever we do and psych themselves into believing somehow they're responsible for what we do and create as if they do or use it better than what we do. America does not deserve us. Does not deserve us. They even talk about, to give you a good example. Who did they say was the first man to die for American freedom? Crispus Attucks, a black man. Can't make this up. Who taught them how to fight the British? Native Americans, who recently have been called black people. It's recently been said that they were black. And how did they do it? This is what the Native Americans did. They showed the colonists one arrow and they broke it. Then they took 13 arrows and tried to break it, and they couldn't break the 13 arrows. That's why you see those arrows on the dollar bill, because it was Hebrew Israelites who taught them how to win their independence from the British. We teach them everything, and they are so undeserving. They are undeserving of everything we've done in this country. Totally undeserving. White people feel entitled to everything we do because we're all Americans. They feel entitled to everything we do because we're all Americans. And then when we call them out on systemic racism and things of this nature, then we're the racists. We ask for reparations for the things we've done to make this country what it is, and then we become racist. We should forget about that. We're all Americans. We're all Americans when they want to steal and take from us. We're all Americans. That's BS. They do not deserve us. We built this country. We built this country. They did not have the knowledge to do so. Because most of the people that came over here, that we call the pilgrims, they came out of the dungeons and jails of Europe. And they sent them over here so that, because they had nothing anyway, and if they and to create a base so that they could exploit. So they sent the expendable people here. They sent the expendable people here. The United States has always been dependent on the black people during slavery and after slavery. During slavery and after slavery. It was Booker T. Washington that they learned how to educate themselves in school. They used his archetype, his ideas to create their universities. But yet, they call us stupid because they feel entitled to whatever we do. Even slaves who are supposed to be stupid were inventing things, and their so-called masters was putting a patent on what they themselves could not or did not have the knowledge to create or make. But when they steal it and patent it, they feel somehow that they are smarter than the person who created it. That is insane. And they are undeserving of what we do for this country. If all African Americans, now known as Hebrew Israelites, if we were in Russia, Russia would have gospel, jazz, Motown, rock music. They would have it all, and country western. All that would be in Russia. And the United States would be known for honky-tonk music. Music you play on a washboard. That's it. And let's not talk about symphonies, because then we can go, that's more European, and we can talk about Beethoven and others of his kind. The banking system in the United States was built by black people. Black Wall Street had this country rocking. We had 140 black banks. And this was the time of the penny stocks and the roaring 20s. The 1920s was the penny stock and the roaring 20s. And white folks poor white folks were benefiting off buying those penny stocks because they were profitable. Why were they profitable? Because black inventors were denied loans. So the black banks were created. And when these black inventors got these loans and started creating, that led to those penny stocks were paying big money. But what happened? But also in the 1920s, what did Caucasians do? They bombed Black Wall Street, and they bombed and took over all black banks and those prosperous black cities. They destroyed them and put them under lakes. This is one of the reasons why you had the Depression, and why farmers in the West were going out of business, because all the water that they were using to plant and grow crops was being used to bury black towns and cities underneath lakes. Plus, with the fact that they did not have the know-how to really manage a country financially, it led to the Depression. That's what led to the Depression. The destruction of Black Wall Street and the use of water to bury black cities that were once prosperous. America does not deserve us. They have never deserved us, and they keep playing these, and they stand on our shoulders and expect us to accept what trickles down to us. In my neighborhood, which was mixed at one time, we had City Hall, we had lots of black people. We had more black police, more black people working for the city than we do now. Now all of a sudden, I don't know if we have one or two black police now. I don't see any black firemen. And the state of Ohio came up with a law which says that you can hire people to work in your city if they don't live in your city. You see, white people do not deserve us. They do not deserve us. And we have it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When it comes to, if I ask a white person, should black people be paid reparations? If he says no, as far as I'm talking to the enemy, I am talking to the enemy. You want to know why? Because they capitalize and take credit off of everything we invent. Now let me give you a quick rundown. We made the light bulb, the cotton gin, oil pump, refrigerated trucks. We created the blood banks, personal computers, traffic light, like I said, oil pump, dry cleaning. 1820, Jennings, 1820, Jennings, a black man, created dry cleaning. The gas mask, Garrett Morris. Alexander Miles created automatic elevator doors, because before then, people was falling into empty shafts. Philip Downing, the mailbox, the blue one you see outside. Shelly Ann Jackson, a black woman, caller ID and call waiting. Jan Metzler created the machine that attached shoes to the soles, which made shoes affordable for white people and black people. Charles Richard Drew, he created the blood bank. Frederick Jones, portable coding units. Lewis Latimer, light bulb and telephone. George Washington Carver, industrial plants. He created the assembly line. Not Henry Ford. It was him. It was George Washington Carver. Joseph Jackson, a black man, TV remote control and the parental control device called a blue chip. Granville T. Woods, railroad telegraph system, and railway and subways and roller coasters through the use of static electricity. Lonnie Johnson, a black man, the super soaker, and he had to sue Hasbro to get his money. Jesse Eugene Russell invented the digital cell phone, imprinted by a black man. Paul Downing, railroad switches. Marie Van Britten, home security system and video monitoring. Edmund Berger, the spark plug. Henry Thomas Sampson, Gamma Electric, the Gamma Electric cell. A woman, Anna Mangin, the spatula. George Crumb, potato chip. Sarah Boom, the ironing board. Alfred Cradle, ice cream scoop. Patricia Bath, cataract surgery. Benjamin Banneker, first clock made in America, and drew up plans for Washington, D.C. And I can go on and on and on and on and on. This country, but what do we get for all that we've done for this country? And let's not forget the Red Tail, Tuskegee Airmen. They never lost a bomber during World War II, and this allowed white bomber pilots to make it back home to their families because they never lost one. But when these same pilots got back home, what happened? They were attacked by racists who were never even in the military, never lifted a dime or a finger to fight for this country. This country don't deserve our love, respect, or anything else from us. This country deserves nothing from us. The reality of the situation is that we should leave. And I'm going to tell you this, if America paid black people reparations, half of us would leave. Because there's nothing here. Half of us would leave. If we were to go back to Africa, Africa would blow up. It would blow up. Americans, you don't deserve us. You do not deserve us, and we owe you nothing. Black people owe the United States nothing. Understand it. You are not deserving of our love, our respect. You are deserving of nothing. Nothing. Prove you are deserving of something. And don't even say because you brought us over here. You brought us over here because you couldn't build anything. And then on the trip, you were eating us. You were eating us. You were eating us on the ships. The book, Delectable Negro, explains it all. Now you want to come up with critical race theory to hide what you've done to us. You are not worthy of us. You are not worthy of us. If you are worthy of us, prove it. Prove you are worthy of us. Prove you are worthy of the swag we've given this country. The only thing you've done is put black men down all over the world with the movie Birth of a Nation. The most racist, the first movie people ever seen in their life was also the most racist, lying movie they ever seen in their life. And what did you do? You accused us of the things you were doing to us. You accused us of being the savages, and you were eating us. Lynching and murdering us because you were jealous of our cities. You came up with a law so that black people could not marry white people. But you wanted to marry a black woman, so you did away with the law. You don't deserve us. You don't deserve our love or our respect. If you do, prove it. Prove you do. Prove you do. You see, I don't carry the burden of forgiveness on my back. I don't carry hate on my back because it just weighs me down. but I have not forgiven you, and I will not forget what you've done. Because until you pay some type of reparations, you are what you are. And you are what history shows who you are to be. And you can sell that critical race theory to somebody else because the internet is not going to let you get away with it. With that, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. But no, I don't hate you, but I recognize you for who you are. With that, hey, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later.